Hi, welcome to Teaching Moments. I'm Hillary. If you haven't seen my channel before, I am a homeschool mom of 4 kids. My youngest is in 5th grade. Then I have a 7th grader, a 9th grader, and my oldest graduated in spring of 2021. I homeschooled her from kindergarten through 12th grade with the exception of just a couple classes that she took at our local high school. So that's a little bit about me. My channel, I like to do reviews of homeschool curriculum and give some homeschool tips, as well as help students and parents and teachers of dyslexic children, because I have 4 dyslexic kids and it's been a challenge, but it's got its ups and downs and you don't have to do it alone. So I also like to encourage and give tips on dyslexia. All right, so to get started today, I am going to do a review on, it's called A Reason for Reading. Okay, so it's called A Reason For, and they have reading, handwriting, science, and spelling. Now, I did a review on A Reason for Spelling a while ago. I think it might have been a year ago. If you want to check that out, go ahead and look in my past videos and you can take a look at that one. Today, I'm going to do A Reason for Reading. Okay, so let me just show you. I bought the Reason for Reading curriculum from them, like the whole package, many years ago. So let me show you what comes in that. First of all, I want to mention that sometimes they are called a beginning advantage. That's just the homeschool side of it. And they used to really make sure that I ordered from the beginning advantage part of theirs, but it looks like today I went on their A Reason For website, and they do have a homeschool button there, so it takes you right there. It makes things a little bit easier because it was confusing a few years ago. But if you ever see a beginning advantage, it's the same company. It's just the homeschool part of it. Okay, so what you get in the reading is you get a parent resource guide. Oh, let me first say that this is for kindergarten through about 3rd graders. Although if you have a little bit of a slower reader, you could probably use these books for a little bit of the older kids, depending on their skill set. Okay, so this is the parent resource guide. And in it has some tips of teaching them how to read, how the book is laid out, and something else I will show you in a minute, but let's get to what else it has. Then there's these books. These books, here, let me turn my camera so you can see the books better. All right. So these books are the main part of the curriculum. These are levels. So I'll grab the first and last one here. So they have the levels at the bottom corner of the book, and they have levels A through M. And of course, the higher level it is, the more reading and the smaller the words are. And the earlier books are just going to be very short books, very simple words and repetitive words also. Okay, so that's what it looks like inside. So that was the first and the last book, just to give you an idea of the wide range that it is, which is why it's for kindergarten through 3rd grade, and I could say even sometimes 4th grade. Okay, so along with the parent resource guide within it, so they give you these tips and different games and different ways to teach the kids how to read, but then they also have, we'll just go with that very first book that I showed you. Well, this book here. Okay, so they're going to be reading the Let My People Go book. There's the book in the corner. And then it tells you what to do, what you're going to do with the children the child at that time. And then on the back, you copy this off, and it's a worksheet for your kids to do about that book. Okay, so that is one of the things I really enjoyed about this curriculum, is having them do the worksheets. I like how it says, how did you like this book? And then you rate the book. And then it says, write a sentence about this book. So then on the dotted lines, they write just anything they got from the book, what they liked, what they didn't like. And then it talks here for this one, because they're probably going to be younger. It's just got, they trace the letters, let my people go. And as you go on, let me get to one of the more advanced books. As you go on, they've got more. This one is the wedding feast. And they say, pretend that you are one of the foolish maidens that ran out of oil. What lesson did this experience teach you about the importance of planning ahead? And then they have them write about it. So I love that it is writing prompts, and it helps them to learn how to write about things. I love that the lines are there, so you're also guiding them in some handwriting. And then you as the parent can decide how much sentence structure you want to have. Also, I loved the very bright, colorful pictures. And then on the back, they have, so you can read aloud about Moses and Pharaoh from Exodus 7:1 through 12:38. So it has the scripture reference of where you can find these. And then it has conversation starters, and it asks some questions. So you can just talk about the book. And I love that it has the conversation starters as well. So those are the things that I loved about this. Okay, so there was the parent resource, and that actually went through half of them. And then here I got the other half. This is the same thing. It's the guide of what you're going to teach them. And then on the back is their worksheet that you're going to copy off for them. Okay, so that's the rest of these books. Also, if you noticed, some of them are blue on the edge, and some of them are purple. Most of them are purple. The purple ones are biblical stories. The blue ones are just character training. Of course, they learn character through biblical stories as well. But the blue ones are just basically character building stories. This one's I Can Draw. And let's grab another one. God Makes the Sunshine. There was another one about God's with me everywhere I go. There's another one that was a true story. It was really cool. I liked it, about a handicapped person and how they thanked the Lord for the things that they could do. And then there's another one about a child's grandma passes away, and they're talking about heaven, how she's in heaven now. And so those are interesting conversation starters about real life situations. And so I just really love the stories and the colorfulness and the conversations and the writing prompts. Those are great. That is what I liked about this. Okay, so I started to use this to teach one of my children how to read, and I quickly realized it was not going to work. I'm going to have to say that as far as reading instruction to teach your child how to read, I would say this is a fail. This does not teach your child how to read at all. It doesn't have the proper phonics that you teach kids, the phonics. It doesn't give the proper instruction that you need. Like, there's some good ideas of how to help them and nice games to help them. But as far as actual phonics instruction, it lacks a lot. And so, and especially with my kids being dyslexic, you really need an Orton Gillingham curriculum to teach kids with dyslexia. And quite frankly, almost all children really should learn from the Orton Gillingham curriculum. The way they teach that, I use Barton Reading, the way they teach in Orton Gillingham curriculum is an amazing and great way. And its studies have been proven that every child, no matter if they have dyslexia or not, really should learn from the Orton Gillingham way. So as far as phonics instruction, I say this is not a good thing, especially for kids with dyslexia. However, I continue to use this once they got far enough in their Barton reading program to where I could tell that they could read some of these words. So the way that you do that, if you're, well, for any child, you look at the book, you look at the words. Well, these only have a few words, but if you look at a bigger book, and if you notice that there are 5 or more words I think more than 5 words. If there's more than 5 words on a page that they can't read, then they probably shouldn't be reading that book. But if there is just a few, say there's maybe 3 on one page and 2 on another, 4 on another, they can probably go ahead and read that book. And maybe it's just sight words that they haven't come across, or maybe it's just combination. You should be able to know, well, my child's been trained to read that. Even if they have to work their way through it, that's okay. That's healthy to learn to work your way through it. But if you know, I have not taught them the OU to say the word shoulders yet, the OU vowel team, so they wouldn't be able to read that word, then you count that as a word that they can't read. Okay, so that's the rule that I've heard as far as for me with my dyslexic children, but I think it goes with any child. Just don't have more than 5 words on a page that they can't read. So that's how that works. So yeah, I know it sounds like I kind of gave it a fail, but I actually really love this little set, and I was excited to do a review on it. I'm so glad I thought of it because my youngest is in 5th grade. We've kind of not looked at these books for a little while, but there's some great little readers in here. So once your child gets to that point to where they can read, it's a great way to get them to read about Bible stories. You can combine like your Bible and reading time together, and even some writing and spelling. You can combine all that together. So I really do like this set. I would say just don't use it for your phonics instruction. Get a different curriculum for phonics instruction, okay? Let's see here. I want to make sure that I got everything in my notes. So I did look on A Reason for Reading's website just today, and I noticed that almost everything was on sale. Like the books, like everything. Even A Reason for Spelling, I did a curriculum review on that as well, and they are on sale as well. I don't know if maybe they're gonna redo it a little bit, or if they're gonna update some of their stuff. I have no idea what they're doing, but I thought it was interesting that pretty much everything was on sale. So this would be a good time to go ahead, head out to their website. It's A Reason For, and see what you think of them. I also get my curriculum from Christian book distributors, so go check them out as well. They often will have things priced down. I have many times compared them with their prices of Amazon, and they are usually competitive towards Amazon. So that's just some ideas for you as well. I think that's all that I had to say about this particular set, and I hope that you can enjoy it and find a way to incorporate it into your school, or just into reading to your kids or to your grandkids. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you.